Hey everybody, Through Red Butter here, back again with another beer review, coming at you today with a beer from Alesmith Brewing out of San Diego, California. It is a take on their Speedway Stout, an Imperial Stout with coffee. This one was aged in rye whiskey barrels with the addition of Vietnamese coffee. It is the 2025 vintage of the Alesmith Brewing Barrel-Aged Speedway Stout Rye Vietnamese Coffee. I will do my best to shorten that for the rest of the review, but there we go. And I believe we do have story time on the back. And did I say the ABV? I'm so unprofessional. Whoa! 13.89%. I love how specific that is. Alright. We aged our Speedway Stout for 12 months, one whole year. In freshly emptied rye whiskey barrels, adding a distinctive spicy warmth that balances the stout's rich roasted malt character, blended with our favorite Vietnamese coffee. All right. Aged for 1 year. Bada boom. Pour. I reviewed the standard Speedway Stout on this channel and other Speedway variants. So looking forward to this one right now. Tell you that. Do I look good? I don't know. Can't see. Ooh, look at that. So the appearance on the... How should I shorten this? Whiskey Barrel-Aged Speedway Stout with coffee. That's as good as it's going to get, I guess. Pitch black, sitting in the glass. No light getting through this one. Not even brown or ruby red tinges anywhere. Just pitch black all regards. The head was very hefty, coming out over 2 fingers. Dissipating now, but what is there is still nice and thick and frothy and a little darker than light brown in color. Approaching just, standard regular brown. Very nice. Let's get an aroma on Whiskey Barrel-Aged Speedway Stout with Vietnamese coffee. Ugh, I gotta shorten that. That's definitely big coffee. Much bigger than just standard Speedway Stout, which I don't know how much coffee is really in that. It's just, they call it a Imperial Stout with coffee and not necessarily a coffee stout. So I think it probably just has a dash of coffee in it, but this is very coffee forward. Does have those spice notes that's mentioned on the can from the rye. Oh yeah, a lot of rye on this one. Behind that is just the pure whiskey itself, kind of also almost bordering on bourbon. Has that familiar characteristic. Ooh, spit on myself, sorry. Dark chocolate, milk chocolate. Touch of vanilla. Getting some wood and oak from the barrel. But yeah, huge on that spiciness from the rye. Yeah, smells very nice. Smells very complex. Looking forward to this one again, like I said before. Let's get a taste on the rye whiskey barrel-aged Speedway Stout with Vietnamese coffee. Cheers. Whiskey is nice and big, but not overpowering. It's not one of those... It's not a barrel-aged beer that's letting the harsh abrasiveness of the spirit or any alcohol to take over. Just pure whiskey right there. Got some spiciness from the rye. Not as big on the nose, but still very prominent. Bitter coffee, roasted malt. Yeah, big maltiness. Excuse me. Sorry. Big maltiness on this one. Lot of what I was getting from the nose in terms of the big Imperial Stout influence. Like, while there is coffee and chocolate and that vanilla here, definitely nowhere near as big as it was on the nose. The whiskey, on the other hand, is going pound for pound, toe to toe, on nose and the taste. So the barrel showed up for sure. Yeah, but it does have like smooth mocha, espresso vibes to it. Even some like caramel. Just like very smooth coffee. Yeah, more subtle chocolate, milk chocolate right there. But yeah, like I said, chocolate coffee, mocha, espresso on this one with good amount of whiskey. As for like the barrel itself, I got some wood and oak on the nose. Not really getting it here. Body is nice and thick and full and smooth. Kind of like that smooth espresso taste I was mentioning before. It is. It's got that same kind of feel to it, like an espresso or a not espresso, like a smooth latte kind of thing going on here. Almost like it has that feeling like steamed foam, steamed coffee in there. Just incredibly smooth. Uh, I want to find it again because I think it's funny how precise it is. 13.89%, no alcohol at all. And it's so pleasant to drink that you forget that it's so big, but definitely got to take your time with it. And like I said before, the whiskey spirit itself is not too biting. So again, it's just smooth, smooth, smooth. So, as for final score, final verdict, final rating on the Alesmith Brewing Barrel Aged Speedway Stout Rye Vietnamese Coffee Edition 2025, 13.89% alcohol by volume. Whew. Yeah, it's really tasty. I don't think the taste matched everything from the nose, even though everything from the nose was here. The only thing that really was as big on the taste as it was on the nose is the whiskey itself. It is a great smooth ride from start to finish on that taste and the mouthfeel. So it's very good. I just wish everything showed up on the taste, but still, I'll go. And I do understand maybe it's slightly faded up, maybe the coffee slightly faded over time, so that would make sense, but I'll go. Like, that's a really good 8.9 out of 10. Still a great score. 8.9 out of 10. Alesmith Brewing Barrel Aged Speedway Stout Rye Vietnamese Coffee Edition 2025 Vintage. We no longer have to say that. That's going to do it for me, Through Red Butter. Till next time. Cheers, everybody.